You may have saw the thumbnail for tonight's show. It was a picture of Elizabeth Warren, and it said, folded. That's because she folded. She folded like a lawn chair, ladies and gentlemen, because that is the thing to do when challenged if your name is Elizabeth Warren. This is why I've been so critical of Elizabeth Warren, because I sensed it. I was born tonight, but I wasn't born last night, Johnson. I can tell when somebody don't have a thing you need them to have to go the distance, to stand up for you. Be your bridge over troubled waters. Now, some people, when there's troubled waters, they just go the other way, Johnson. See you later, alligator. Gotta bounce, man. I mean, it happens in all cultures. We got a word for it in our culture, the black community. It's called being a punk ass. I don't know. You may be familiar with that phrase as well. But yeah, that's what Elizabeth Warren, man. She's a punk ass. Let's not mince words. How many of the little kids are watching? Little kids don't grow up to be a punk ass. If you believe in something, stand up for it. If you're not going to stand up for it, you must not have believed in it, because that's what life requires of you. It's going to be a time you're going to need to stand up for your sisters or your brothers, your husband or your wife, something you believe in, a cause. You're going to have to stand up for it. Matter of principle. If not, well, maybe we'll just say, oh, you're Elizabeth Warren, that. Oh, man, you poured in Elizabeth Warren. So, Tim Black, why are you saying this about Elizabeth Warren, man? She is just like, shut your mouth. She is just like herself. Flimsy. Wiry spine. Don't say it. Don't you say it. Stop saying it. Somebody was in the comment section telling me that there's somebody online right now, I think her name is Kim Iverson, who's right now saying that Bernie and Elizabeth are the same. That's garbage. That's a lie. They're not the same at all. Not the same at all. Different mother, different father, different worshiping, different upbringing, different testicular fortitude, different backbone, different cadence, different belief systems, different actions, different voting records, different legislation, different ethics. Whoa! That's a lot of different for you to be like, they're the same. I know you like Tulsi Gabbard. And you don't support Bernie, I get it. But I don't compare Tulsi Gabbard to Kamala Harris. Stop comparing Bernie to other people. Especially people that just bit his style. Just stop doing it. All right, so here we go. I'm telling you, man, eventually people who work for candidates should have to divulge that they work for candidates. Don't you think, Johnson? Like if I worked for, I don't know, Ford Motor Company, and I just kept on telling you to go buy a Ford, maybe I should tell you I'm getting paid by Ford Motor Company. I'm just saying, it's just a thought. Maybe people should have to do that. Hate to go negative, but Jesus Christ. Can we keep it a little real? Jesus. All right, so back to Elizabeth Warren. The reason why I say Elizabeth Warren folded like a lawn chair is because she did. I'm not slandering her. She really did, Johnson. She got tired of people giving her crap about her Medicare plan, about how much it cost, and she didn't want to admit that it would, increase taxes, but overall you would save a whole lot of money because, it's not going to be coming out of your paycheck anymore. No more deductibles, no more co-pays. Kind of helpful. No more paying at point of service. Walk in, bam! Treat me, save my life. Tell me what I need. Make me feel better. But she didn't want to say that. She didn't want to own up to it. So she got cornered by the scurry Pete Buttigieg and folded like a lawn chair. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't stand up to Pete Buttigieg, you damn sure can't stand up to Donald Trump, because Pete Buttigieg he would be decimated by Trump. Trump would just laugh at him. thing out of here. Wrong. Go away, Pete. Go away, Alfred E. Newman. I'm sorry. What's your real name? I forget. Little baby boy, go home. Go play with mommy. Well, I have a certain set of attributes that have allowed me to be a single point. I'm Robot Man. So Elizabeth Warren, as you guys may remember, she was the one who, remember this recently, because when she was in a debate, she looked like she cared about Medicare for all because she said she did. Remember this?
And for middle-class families, they will go down. I will not sign a bill into law that does not lower costs for middle-class families.
Mayor Buttigieg, you say Senator Warren has been, quote, evasive about how she's going to pay for Medicare for all. What's your response?
Well, we heard it tonight, a yes or no question that didn't get a yes or no answer. Look, this is why people here in the Midwest are so frustrated with Washington in general and Capitol Hill in particular. Your signature, Senator, is to have a plan for everything, except this. No plan has been laid out to explain how a multi-trillion-dollar hole in this Medicare for All plan that Senator Warren is putting forward is supposed to get filled in. And the thing is, we really can deliver health care for every American and move forward with the boldest, biggest transformation since the inception of Medicare itself. But the way to do it without a giant multi-trillion-dollar hole and without having to avoid a yes or no question is Medicare for all who want it. We take a version of Medicare, we let you access it if you want to, and if you prefer to stay on your private plan, you can do that too. That is what most Americans want. Medicare for all who want it, trusting you to make the right decision for your health care and for your family, and it can be delivered without an increase on middle-class taxes.
So let's be clear. Whenever someone hears the term Medicare for all who want it, understand what that really means. It's Medicare for all who can afford it. And that's the problem we've got. Medicare for all is the gold standard. It is the way we get health care coverage for every single American, including the family whose child's been diagnosed with cancer, including the person who's just gotten an MS diagnosis. That's how we make sure that everyone gets health care. We can pay for this. I've laid out the basic principles. Costs are going to go up for the wealthy. They're going to go up for big corporations. They will not go up for middle-class families, and I will not sign a bill into law that raises their costs, because costs are what people care about. I've been studying this, for the biggest part of my life.
Senator.
Why people go bankrupt.
Can the mayor respond?
Sure.
I don't think the American people are wrong when they say that what they want is a choice. And the choice of Medicare for all who want it, which is affordable for
Jesus. What happened there? Oh, yeah. So it turns out Elizabeth Warren got punked by that little boy you just saw on the screen. Yeah, little Poindexter got to her. Hurt her feelings. Gee willikers, Tim Black. I was giving it my all. And then you up here are going to condemn me for it? Fiddly sticks and s'mores. Bars. When I was in Oklahoma as a little girl growing up, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to embrace a legislation that I didn't write. Make it my own, though I didn't believe in it. Run on it when it was comfortable. And then throw it in the river when things got tough. Because I'm a fighter. And I believe in fighting, Tim Black. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Washington Post reports, Warren seizes control over Medicare for All story. Is it too late? See, the powers that be don't want Elizabeth Warren to fight truly for Medicare for All. They agree she should have cut her losses and ran away, Johnson. They don't want her to stand up for something that's going to hurt the healthcare industry and help us. Weak-ass talking points that people want a choice. The people in Flint don't want a choice of drinking contaminated water and water that's actually healthy water, safe water. No, they don't want that choice. If you present it to them like that, they don't want that choice. And we should let people have a choice of dying early or going bankrupt because of liars like Pete Buttigieg who give it a false equivalency. That's what's happening now. 500,000 people going bankrupt every year. Who chooses to go bankrupt? Johnson. Elizabeth Warren initially embraced Medicare for all. She was throwing her support behind an idea that was not originally her own. Oh, thank you, Washington Post. Though you are creepy, lying, conniving, owned by Jeff Bezos, a.k.a. Lucifer, at least you keep it 100. For some reason, listen, the freedom dividend, we're going to make the world better. The sun will come out tomorrow because we're going to give everyone $1,000. Unless if you're already poor, then you already get public assistance. That's going to be more like $600. And maybe if you get food stamps too, it'll be more like $400. But if you're doing well, then it's $1,000 on top of whatever you're doing. Those fuckers think it's just a word. I wonder why the Washington Post didn't say, hey, Elizabeth, she embraced Medicare for all, a term that means nothing that anyone can assign any type of values or attributes to it. But no, the Washington Post gets it right. They say Elizabeth Warren embraces Medicare for all. She was throwing her support behind an idea that was not originally her own. Right, it's not. But who do they say? Who do they say here in the Washington Post? Whose idea this was originally? Let me look. And what fits Senator Bernie Sanders precisely is not going to do the same for Warren. Oh, Bernie Sanders. So what basically happened here is Warren's going to modify her original stance behind Medicare for all. Not to be confused with Medicare for choice or Medicare for all who want it or Medicare light or Medicare for all light or Medicare for some of us sometimes if we get around to it, Medicare for all ways, Medicare for halls, eucalyptus, cough drops, Medicare for all intents and purposes. It says here that Warren finally debuted her plan to pay for Medicare for all after months of question of how she would pay for it. She satisfied almost no one. The plan was, depending on the viewpoint of the critic, too radical or not radical enough. Folks, this is what you need to understand about Elizabeth Warren and what you need to understand about politics and life in general. There were always going to be people that did not like Elizabeth Warren's stance on Medicare for all, supporting Medicare for all. There was always going to be those people. Typically not your average American who's really facing the brunt of healthcare costs right now. Those people find, which is about 70% of Americans. So you can't be like, I need to please everybody. Or even, I need to please these people that are coming after me. What you have to do is have conviction and belief in what you believe in, which has always been my number one criticism of Elizabeth Warren. No core. Here it is right here in front of you, Johnson. She believed in something. Instead of sticking with it, she capitulates. Now, when I started this segment, I said, hey, well, stop comparing these two people together. Don't compare Bernie. Don't do it. Don't do it. Listen to the conviction here for Medicare for all in Bernie Sanders.
For middle-class families, they will go down. I will not.
Medicare for all is comprehensive. It covers all health care needs. For senior citizens, it will finally include dental care, hearing aids, and eyeglasses.
But you don't know
Second
that.
of all.
You don't know that,
Second
Bernie.
of all.
We'll come to you in a second,
I do know,
Congressman.
and I wrote the damn bill. Medicare for all is comprehensive. It covers all health care needs. For senior citizens, it will finally include dental care, hearing aids, and eyeglasses.
But you don't know
Second
that.
of all,
You don't know that,
Second
Bernie.
of all,
We'll come to you in a second,
I do know, and I
Congressman.
wrote the damn bill. And second of all,
I wrote the damn bill. I wrote the damn bill. I wrote the damn bill. I do know I wrote the damn bill. Point is this. There's a difference between Elizabeth Warren and Bernie because one person believes in Medicare for all and was going to stand on it, fight for it, go out and sell it, sort of like Hillary and Bill went out and sold people on the 3-strike law and the super predators and the fracking. They went around the country selling it because they believed in it. They were wrong, but they believed in it. Why we can't get the same type of commitment from? Well, because she doesn't have a spine, I told you already. Now listen, last Friday, Warren tried again, releasing a second plan, a transition designed to all but immediately beef up health care coverage by getting many people enrolled in what is essentially a public option, while still putting the United States on a path to the Medicare for All promised land in a reasonable time frame. At the same time, she lists the Margaret Sanger Katz in the New York Times described as a long and detailed list of things she would do if she couldn't get Congress on board, including expanding Medicare to include, finally, dental needs and taking aggressive executive action on drug prices. You know, healthcare is the number one issue in the Democratic Party. Having a clear vision for what that should look like makes sense. I can't stand Pete Buttigieg. I think he's a chameleon, not to be confused with Kamala. I think he's truly a chameleon. He started out this race as a progressive, billing himself as a progressive. And once his donors told him this wasn't going to work for them, once the polls showed he wasn't going to be able to out-revolution Bernie Sanders, he changed his tune. But at least on Medicare for All, his opposition to it is unflinching. That's the way leaders behave. Now, I'm not saying Pete's a leader. I'm saying he's an actor, acting as if he's a leader. If he was a leader, he wouldn't have so much shit going on in South Bend. If he was a leader, he'd go home and fix this small town instead of trying to come screw up our United States of America. You can't fix a town this big, but all of a sudden you want to go be president. No, he doesn't. His whole purpose is to stop Bernie Sanders. At least he's all in on the effort. Elizabeth Warren does not have the same conviction. Evidenced here in the number one issue. If there's any issue she was going to fight for, the number one issue impacting Democrats and independents and Republicans, generally speaking, the number one issue that posed the highest, that more voters say they care most about, is health care. And what does she do? Fold like a lawn chair. I said she fold like a lawn chair. So for all you dumb jackasses who love to say, Tim Black, you are too hard on Elizabeth. She is shut it up now and forever. Quitting on us is unacceptable. Quitting on yourself, debatable. But quitting on us, quitting on the issues, non-starter for me, baby. Non-starter. Total non-starter. So now as we go into these debates, we're going to have Elizabeth Warren doing more tap dancing, more trying to please, more bending to the whims of little Pete Buttigieg and Amy Crowbar Jaw. You let them move you off your square? You let Joe Biden, I forgot what I ate for breakfast, move you off your square? I submit to you that you were never on the square, Johnson. You were just there for the free ride. It was called the Bernie Sanders ride. Oh, gee whiz, I'm riding Bernie's back all the way through the primaries. Oh, wow, this is great. This is something else. Oh, it reminds me back in Oklahoma when I was riding my horsey. I could just ride Bernie Sanders all the way to the Washington, D.C., to the White House. Woo-wee! Woo, get my beer. Hold my hat. Whistle and Dixie. Oh, down by the river. This your candidate, huh? That's you, huh? That's you, huh? That's you. That's you. That's who you think should lead the country. Yeah. Fox Ahanis. That's who. That's the progressive. That's who should lead the. Yeah, okay. That's who we've been having these debates about in progressive circles. These two, between these two people, as if there is no daylight. That's what it is. That's what it is, huh? Okay, just checking. Just making sure, because I see a whole lot of daylight between those two people. Anyone saying that there's a similarity here that I'm missing is an idiot. We got one candidate saying, I wrote the damn bill. Oh, Jesus, Bernie, don't yell at me. Said 6'5" Tim Ryan. That's how much passion Bernie has for this issue. It's personal to him. He's been around the country. He took U.S. citizens to Canada to get medication to get insulin to save their lives. What else he got to do? To show you he's convicted, he's committed, he's in this. He doesn't just say, I'm in the fight. He gets in the fight. That's the difference. Because people can sell you and tell you anything. They could tell you anything. People can tell you anything. Maya Angelou, she said it best. Listen here. Child, when people show you who they are, believe them. All right. Well, I'm showing you who I am. I'm Tim Black. We do news a little bit different around here. Little different, little twist on it. We're not boring. We go all the way in. We don't hedge. We don't play games. What we do is we tell the truth. It's our version of the truth. That's all we can do is tell our version of the truth. But we really believe in it. So, become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack today. Do that on patreon.com, Tim's Take Live, or join right here on YouTube. Also, go to timblacktv.com. Elizabeth Warren is not the answer. A fighter for you may not come in the package you always wanted, but you take it. You take it because it may never come again. Did you enjoy that content? I know you did. You got great taste, Johnson. What can I say? Become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack today right here on YouTube, or go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live, and you'll get free stuff, special stuff, secret stuff. Do it today. Wolfpack.